أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. My brothers and sisters in Islam, I congratulate you for choosing to be here. And this is one of the best sessions. Best sessions because many have attempted to create discussions in what is otherwise a perfect system. Do we all agree Allah is perfect? See, yes, I'm hearing on you. Do we also agree Allah does not make mistakes? Okay? In Surah Al-Imran, verse 16, Allah says, "Al-haqqu rabbik, fala takun minal mumtarin." The truth is from your Lord. Do not be among the doubters. The truth is from your Lord. Do not be among the doubters. Never doubt Allah. Also, disaster in the Muslim community. You have been brainwashed. We have completely misunderstood our religion. And we have taken the interpretation given by the enemies of Islam as the Islam that we practice today. And many of us are so guilty. When Allah says, do you truly believe in the part of the book and disbelieve in the part? Allah says, does he not know he who has created? They're talking about the perfection of his religion because you cannot pick a part and say, I accept this, then I disbelieve in this. You are out of your religion. When he was describing his perfection in Surah Al-Ma'idah, Quran chapter 5 verse 3, part of the verse says, Al-Yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati wa raditu lakum al-Islam dinan. Today, I have perfected this religion for you. I have completed my favor upon it and chosen Islam as a way of life for you. And in Surah Al-Imran, Quran chapter 3 verse 85, Allah says, وَمَنْ يَبْتَغِ غَيْرَ الْإِسْلَامِ دِينًا فَلَا يُقْبَلْ مِنْهُ وَهُوَ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. Anybody who comes to me, Allah, with any ideology different from what I have revealed, it will not be accepted from them. You know why you are lucky? I will not say you are lucky. Why you are fortunate? You are fortunate because you belong to the best generation. When I say generation, I'm not talking about ages. I'm talking about those who find themselves in this world and who have carefully studied why they live and who are striving to ensure that they fulfill the essence of their living. That is the only thing you can do that you will merit a congratulation. Knowing why I live and pursuing that course. Now, about marriage. Polygamy is not really what we are going to talk about. Polygamy is not what Islam preaches. Polygamy is the marriage of one person to several partners, and it is divided into two. Polyandry, when a woman marries more than one husband or has more than one sexual partners. And polygyny. Polygyny is when a man marries more than one wife. That is not what Islam has preached. Islam has preached limited polygyny. The world, the entire human race, practice polygamy. It means unlimited polygyny. In the Bible, there are about 23 various verses that I have written out that I thought I would read out to you for you to see the type of marriages enshrined in the Bible. Someone who has 14 wives, someone who has 8 wives, someone who has 600 wives, 300 concubines. All the prophets of God mentioned there married more than one wife. But where I am going, even in the West, when when they tell you that we practice monogamy, you prove it to them technically. You don't practice monogamy. You practice polygamy. Because you allow people, you say marriage is the relationship between one man and one woman to the exclusion of all others. So, which means that if after we have contracted a marriage, the man attempts to marry again, say he has committed bigamy. Bigamy means he's attempting to marry another person. But see where you have contradicted yourself. If the man has 500 girlfriends that he sleeps with, many of whom have given birth to children for him, it's okay with the law. Do you know adultery is not an offense? I'm sure you all know. If adultery is not an offense, it means that we are taking with one hand what we have given with another hand, which means that legally people can have multiple sexual partners, and that is why you can't go to America and find one person with one wife. He has several other women and he has the right so to do. Is that what you are defending? Are there not women who are Muslims who do not care if their husband enters hellfire or not? You can have them, but don't bring them inside. Is that the Islam we are talking about? Then I want to have some questions. My brothers and sisters, sincerely, I want you to answer. Is it right for a man or a woman to desire to have children? Are you with me? Are you alone? Please answer. Is it right for someone to desire to have a child? Okay, now, is it right when a woman marries a man, not knowing the state of the reproductive organ of that man? After 10 years, he discovered that this man will never be able to father a child. Is it right for the woman to drive another man? Huh? Are you sure? Yes. No, you know, brother, this is about whether it is halal or haram. Is it halal for the woman, knowing fully well this man is not productive? And you all started by saying it's good for us to desire having children. Don't let us contradict ourselves. It is based on that answer you gave that this woman now has chosen to end that marriage so that she tries another man. Is it halal? Yes. Wonderful. Now, what about the situation of a man who gets married to a woman? Unknown to this man, this woman will never be able to give birth. But the man decides not to divorce her and go for a second marriage. Is it right? Yes. Based on your first answer, yes, that there is nothing wrong in desiring to have children. Are you okay? Yes. May Allah bless you. Is it right for someone whose husband has died to be excluded from marriage for life? No. So what is the right thing to do? To remarry. For her to remarry. Yes. Now, is it right? Will you be okay if your first child, who has just graduated from the university, informs you that he's coming home with a bride and then comes home with this widow? What will be your first reaction? Are you with me? Yes. Do you agree that these are serious questions? Your life situation. You know what? You need to accept Islam again. When people say they are preaching to non-Muslims, I beg them, please preach to Muslims. Let Muslims understand Islam and come into Islam. But that is not a joke. As full as that hall is, they all need this lecture. It is a disaster. Islam is solution. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has provided solutions to challenges that we don't know. But now, nobody thinks of that divorce. Nobody thinks of that widow. Nobody thinks even of that single sister. She's not a topic for proactive steps by the community. She's bearing her own body. And I give you one clear example. What do you think is the real problem why people are against this limited polygyny? Very good. Injustice. Okay, please go ahead. Injustice. You are correct. Any other point? Wickedness. Very good. Thank you, ma'am. Management. You all score 100%. So we're going to base it on that. But let me give you additional points. Today, in the West, the roles have changed. Islam has established the role of everyone. The role of the woman is different from the role of the man. The woman in Islam is not inferior, but she is physiologically different from the man. Yes or no? Yes. And on the basis of that physiological differences, Allah has assigned different roles, unique roles. Both the husband and the wife want to score 100%. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who understands us, has said, no man can get more marks than the woman. No woman can get more marks than the man. But the woman need not copy the man. And the man need not copy the woman. This society is in trouble. Because in the West, you know what is happening? When Islam tells you, in Quran chapter 4 verse 34, that men, I have appointed you as protectors and maintainers of women. Because of what I have blessed, I have given you, bestowed upon you, you are in control, not of our life. Don't forget. But in every community, in every society, in every household, there must be a leader, yes or no? Yes. But what happens in the West? The woman does not see herself as capable of being led by someone they call a man. You know what the men have done to? Wrongfully. Some men even sue their wives for maintenance fee. Do you know? They share responsibilities. The women are forced to work as much as the men. They have forgotten that Islam has not forbidden a woman from working. Whatever work the woman does is extra to her. Because it is extra to her, she's not under any compulsion. She's not under any pressure to sleep with any of her for the purpose of getting elevated. But because the woman now has taken over the role of the man, the woman now wears the suit of the man. The woman now put on the tie of the man. The man now put on the bracelet of the woman. The man now wears the necklace of the woman. The man now put on earrings like the woman. The woman realized that since I do what he should do and everything, I seek for equality.
A technically faulty events coverage is no value for money. A crispy clear high-definition production, live stream or online conference is our business. iMedia Communications, the final frontier for video production services.
And because I seek for equality, why will he bring any other person? We think we are talking about woman empowerment or whatever, or emancipation. It is Islam that has emancipated women. Women now have voting rights. That is what Islam says. Women have property rights. That is what Islam says. In fact, as a matter of fact, many of us, when we were being brought up, what we were taught is that the ability of this woman to enter the Jannah depends on who?
It depends on the man. He said, which Quran have you read? In fact, the woman who is married to a sheikh, that does not guarantee her al-Jannah at all. You know, Allah says that in Quran chapter 66, verse 10. I give you an example of the disbelievers. Those two women, one of them married Prophet Noah, another one married Prophet Lut. Eventually, they end up in fire. So that means that marriage to a sheikh does not guarantee what? Until you do what? Until you practice it yourself. The same way, you can marry someone thinking the person will be righteous, and the person turn out to be somebody who will do a lot of iniquities. It does not debar you from your own paradise. Because of what? The story of Asiya, the wife of Pharaoh. Despite the fact that Pharaoh will be chairman in hellfire, his wife Asiya is chair lady in religion. What I'm trying to say is to first establish that you have no relationship with anyone except Allah. I know the case of a sister. Because the husband wanted to marry another person, this woman did everything possible to prevent it. I was a witness. Eventually, the husband died. You know the joy of my heart? That I was invited to participate when this woman was pleading to be third wife somewhere else. The same woman. You know, many of you who came to Lagos, I asked one question: what is the reason why you cannot share your man? Can anybody give me a reason? Is it because of love or hatred? Is it because you love him or you hate him? Talk now. Oh. Yes. No, I need that point. Because you need to settle a lot of things between you and your Lord. Our minds are troubled. We are confused. Because this is not a matter that should lead to confusion if you pick your Islam rightly. Your business is with Allah. Okay, what is in that man that is making you not to share it? The answer is that you love him. I give it to you, you love him. Do you all love him? You are not talking to me. You know, I came from Lagos. I've been thinking of the aircraft so that I will not leave me behind. So I'm rushing what I should tell you. But unfortunately, you are not participating. Do you agree that it is love? Yes. Let us even start with love. Let us start with love now. Because you want to say that I have devoted all that I have. And you want to come in. Then I say, interestingly, do we have our Quran here? You know, what is shocking is that nobody is writing things that we taught. They are not in it. Surah to Imran, verse 92. Allah says, "Lan tanalu al-birra hatta tunfiqu mimma tuhibbun." You will never attain righteousness until you give out what you love most. Hello. You don't know how distinguished you are, how different you are. Do we all love Allah? Do we believe in Allah? And we will obey Allah. And Allah says, you will not attain righteousness until you give that thing you say you love.
I tell you a story in the life of the Sahaba. A very interesting story that will make you realize that
that was what was done during the time of the Prophet.
It happened to men.
It happened to men.
What I ask you to do
happened to men. When the Muhajirun migrated to Medina from a lot of tribulations, they suffered.
On getting to Medina,
they have left behind
all that they had.
So those in Medina, many of them have to divorce their wives so that their brothers who are coming from Mecca have wives to marry. Can you write Quran chapter 59, verse 10 and 11? Allah says, verse 10, وَالَّذِينَ تَبَوَّأُوا الدَّارَ وَالْإِيمَانَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ يُحِبُّونَ مَنْ هَاجَرَ إِلَيْهِمْ وَلَا يَجِدُونَ فِي صُدُورِهِمْ حَاجَةً مِّمَّا أُوتُوا وَيُصِرُّونَ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ وَمَنْ يُوقَ شُحَّ نَفْسِهِ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. You know, some people were coming from Makkah. Some people were already in Medina. Are you still with me, or I should stop? So, those who were in Medina, who had accepted the religion before them, look at the way Allah described them. وَالَّذِينَ تَبَوَّأُوا الدَّارَ وَالْإِيمَانَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ. Those who had reached Medina, who had been in Medina, and who had accepted the faith, يُحِبُّونَ مَنْ هَاجَرَ إِلَيْهِمْ. They love those who came to them. Compare the Ansar with the Iyali. You know what they call Iyali? The first woman in the house. Alhamdulillah. Compare the Ansar. Allah says, those who were inside the house before. Love the one coming to them. So Majirun will be like the wife coming. Has anybody seen that verse? Can we read it in English? Elijah, please read it. Okay. And those who come, those who made their abode in the city and in the faith before them, love those who have fled to them. And do not find in their heart a need of what they are given. And prefer them before themselves. See the word in that? Preferring the America. In spite of what? Before themselves, though poverty may afflict them. It means in spite of their need for their husband, they still prefer that person coming. Look at the statement. And whoever is preserved from their greed, these are the ones who are the successful ones. You know how the hadith has explained this? لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. You are not believers until you love for your brother, you love for your sister, what you love for yourself. Now come to think of it. Who is the man saying? Why is the man our focus? The man is a misplaced focus. The woman is a misplaced focus. Our focus should be Allah. I'm going to round up now because I see very few people are concentrating.
are with you, sir.
May your enemies not make your religion haram for you. We do not have the authority to question Allah or to ask Allah to explain himself to us when we are the beneficiary of Islam. What I am saying is so clear. I am a practitioner of what I preach. I have 4 wives in my house. We live together. We live together. Let me tell you, if you hear of crisis, you hear of conflict. Conflict is never with what Allah has prescribed. The conflict is with what?
Human.
You find conflict because of disobedience of the servant of Allah against the model that Allah has established. You find conflict because of defiance. You find conflict because of flagrant disregard of the basic rules. You know, all of us mentioned injustice the other time. Do you know that there is no injustice that the men are guilty of which the women are not guilty of? There's only one concept of justice. Just please, only one concept of justice. Allah will never ask you what you are incapable of doing. So I'm going to start with the woman. Is it right to have 2 children? Are you sure?
Yes.
What if you don't have the ability to be just? You don't know it's the same. I'll give you an example. 2 children here. Anybody mention one child? Fatima. Mention another child? Amina. You ask 2 children. Amina, sweep this place before I return. What's the name of the other one? Fatima, sweep that place before I return. As you are arriving, Amina has swept. Fatima refused to sweep. What is your disposition to the 2 of them? Are you going to be favorably disposed to the 2 of them? The one who obeyed you and the one who disobeyed you the same way?
No.
Are you on the same page with me?
Yes.
It is not possible. That is the justice Allah says you will never be able to do no matter how you desire it. It is called emotional justice. But when it comes to material justice between Amina and Fatima, Allah does not allow you to be unjust. When it comes to choosing the schools they will attend, it must be the same quality. For the child who disobeyed you and the child who obeyed you, you must be strong enough to implement that level of justice before I will say you are just. But as for emotional justice, whether you are well disposed or you are happy or you are unhappy about a person, I will never ask you. That's why I said there is no difference between the justice Allah wants you to do as a man and that of a woman. If I come back from work and I met the first wife and he removed my platform, removed my cap, started calling me some special names, and brought water for me to drink. Look at that. After I left that place, I just entered another corridor and I saw the second wife, and she hissed. Foolish people. After they have gone around the world, now come back and be with. She did not greet you. You now remember the hadith of the Prophet Sallallahu that she doesn't have to greet you. It is he who fears Allah first. I mean, most people should greet you. So you now say, Salam alaikum, my wife. Get out of salam. This kind useless salam. Don't try that with me again. Now, if you eventually get into your room, the question I'm asking is very clear. Is it possible for this man to have the same emotional feeling for the first and the second wife?
No.
Alhamdulillah that you are honest. But you know what Allah says? When it comes to material justice, you must never act on on the basis of what you have just witnessed.
In choosing apartment for them,
no apartment should be an inch more spacious than the other.
if you are not ready, don't go into it. What they ask the man to do, feed him,
shelter, clothing, and any other thing that you think you can do. But I'm going to tell you what is expected of this man.
When I said the reason you see conflict is not because of the concept, it's because of the practitioners. You want to, if there's a woman in your house, she has her kitchen, she has her toilet, she has everything.
You are bringing someone else. They just took one that both of them should begin to share it. You are not qualified yet. Because to check whether you are qualified, nothing should happen to that woman in her apartment.
That is her waiting in the corner. As a matter of fact, if you are wise, you should remarry her. It's a technical term.
I have 4 human beings with me.
5 minutes. As a matter of fact, we have 5 kitchens. I have my own. One line. It's a fact.
What can cause conflict in our house? Except we are this. Because I tell you, I rejoice. There was a time a journalist came to me. I said, you are a lawyer, you are this and that, you have been commissioner here and there. What's your greatest achievement? I said, my greatest achievement is having my family together. They are together. I tell you what destroys family. It is called a class. What is it called? And that will resolve some of the issues we are discussing. Shake. Everybody, please take this as the take home. Take it away. Say, "Ya Kanao." Why ya Kanao? These statements are too powerful, and they are capable of rendering efforts useless. We pray salat, fasting, going to Hajj, whatever you want to do in your life. If you don't get these two correctly, one will live a life of perdition. May Allah not destroy us. The meaning of Yakana Abudu is Allah. I just found myself in this world. I did not feel any form. You created me the same way you created the dog. You have created me as everything. I made myself as a human being. So I have hand. It's supposed to print it no hand. Okay, I give it to you. What's the meaning? Yakana Abudu. Everything that I will do in my life shall be for worship. And you alone. Only your pleasure I want.
That is the intention they say we should have in all our ibadah. I'll tell you how I get it wrong, how we get it wrong. Allah immediately support that statement, that undertaking,
with another powerful one. In discharging these duties to you, I will expect nothing from any other human being except you. The reward for what I have done from you. The thank you for my effort from who? Abi.
What do we do in practice?
You now see the husband wants to buy something for the wife. He has missed the Yakana. His intention, I heard the other time you were saying that wife should thank me. Because she was correct. He was giving, if you give him time, he will get to the bottom of what I'm talking about. If your intention, because normally what's our intention for buying bad clothes for our wife? Number one, I want her to appreciate me. I mean, whether it is said or not. Number two, by the time I buy all this, she will change her ways. Number three, there's no way she will not tell her mother and her siblings. You start calling me from tomorrow.
Number four,
the In fact, I just have a son. There's no reward for good or good. She will surprise me left and right. Look at the intention. All this man has said, has negated Yakanabi. You know, we don't say it out, but it's on our heart. We don't say it out. It's the costliest mistake you can ever make. And it renders every other thing useless. So after buying, I went to shop, which is the most expensive shop in Abuja. I went there. I give it to my wife. Expecting her to say, thank you. That would be the beginning. You know, there are times when you do this, you go and stand by the door. You pass now, I will see. But instead of my wife to appreciate, my wife said, how much did you buy it? I was shocked. It's yours, darling. You don't need to go. It's yours. And how much did you buy it? Because you are afraid that I will cheat you. If somebody lives with you, will not cheat you. Outsiders will cheat you. How much did you buy it? Look at where our mind is going towards. Look at my own objective. There's something caught up with me. It's because she doesn't know the price. But tell her now. Do you know this thing is 400,000? She said, what you got? They cheated before they do. What did I say? Is this what you buy for 400,000? 400,000! And you know, men, you don't agree easily. I'll quickly change my gear. I reduced the price. I said, sorry, it was 75,000. My wife says it's fake.
In the 21st century, you are not limited by your geographic location. With an effective use of media and the internet, you can speak to billions of potential customers at a go. Invest in advert and broadcast to generate brand loyalty and company traffic. iMedia Communications is here to help you produce and broadcast promotional videos for your businesses fashioned just for you. We offer services in video production to clients from startups to businesses, NGOs, and government agencies with a focus on advertising, marketing, and documenting. Contact us today to keep your business at the top of your customers' mind, attract new people, and keep them up to date on your products and services. We are at the forefront of event coverage and live stream of your special occasions. When you think of video production and live stream, think iMedia. Contact us at www.imedianigeria.net or info@imedianigeria.net or dial 0810-450-8155 or 0816-681-5377. At iMedia Communications, we don't give excuses. We simply get the job done in style.
My brothers and sisters, don't forget the intention with which I went there.
Have I achieved anything? I want to ask another very important question. Do you think, despite struggling to get the money, put it together, travel to Hussein, doing all this, and I came back and somebody had just said this to me, do you think I'll be encouraged to do it again? No. Good. Anything that makes you to stop a good deed itself is a nullity. Because your intention was bad.
How noble will your intention have been? If your intention is that, Allah, you have put this lady in my care, is your servant. I am the caregiver on your behalf. I will take care of her. I will not expect her to say thank you. Because Allah has reserved a name for himself. The name is Ashakur. Allah says, I will say thank you. I will show gratitude to those who did this because of me. That's why he said, Inna awwala an-nasi yuqda alayhi yawm al-qiyamah.
The first set of people to be brought out on the day of judgment are people who thought they had performed in this world.
When they are brought out,
You preached? Yes, I preached. I gave you knowledge. Yes, I know you gave me knowledge. What did you do with it? I preached. In fact, I went to Abuja to address people. Here, Kazanta, you are a liar. You preached so that they praise you, and they have praised you. You have received your reward. From those because of whom you did it, you have no reward with me. Only those who do things because of Allah. So as a man, you have no business with that woman. That woman is only fortunate to be in your care. Don't look at her weaknesses. You have to upgrade her. You have to assist her. You have to make her fulfill her dreams. Everything you are doing it because of who? So when you come back and the woman says how much, tell him at the price for 450. Say they have defrauded you. He said, my dear, that's the greatest testimony. I will be defrauded till I die because you will enjoy till you die. Look, I'm not paid. Nothing has touched me. I don't even feel what you are saying. And if you say, it's fake, say, till you die, you'll be very fake. But if you know it is still original, take me there, I'll buy it. I'm not touched. Because I know there's nothing you can say that can reduce my reward from Allah. So what is wrong basically? You know what the woman who did? You two committed error also, the other wife. You saw that your husband does not have and you want to assist your husband. Many wives here will bend backwards to make the man happy. You go and borrow money to cook that soup that he wanted because he doesn't have anything. He has gone to work. That's what my mother will do, for instance. You know, they will go around after you have now suffered to do that for the man, expecting that when the man comes, the man should do what? Appreciate. Change our way, change his ways. Begin to see me as a special gift from Allah. Tell my in-laws, especially his siblings, that Khadija is an angel. Unfortunately, you suffered the whole one, you did everything. Where this man was coming from work, you know, he forgot that he was wearing jalabia. Crossing the gutter, he fell. He injured himself. There was rainfall. The only money he had, the conductor took away the change. So he fought with someone his way. So he was coming step-faced, full of frustrations. Then as he landed, he said, my husband, surprise for you? He said, are you mad? You know, you didn't understand what was happening. You now went to him. You know, as you always removed him, Babarika, and he gave you one dirty slap. He said, you are the cause of my problem. Why are you frustrating me? No, the food you like. So, have you come to this world to eat? Everything ended like that. Will you ever borrow? Because of this person. But what will make you to do it? If you have Yakana Abudu, if you are someone who do things because of Allah, no matter how infuriated your husband is, you will be calm. Because your reward has been written in gold. You will calm down. If he says you are mad, say you owe me, you can call me anything. But I know people have offended you, but this is not your style. And Allah will judge them. Just relax. Don't worry about the food. Do you want water? I'm sure that you know, because it takes two to tango. If the other person is not saying things that will infuriate him, the anger will be coming down. Are you with me? Oh, okay, so if this is the basis of all that we do, what is the stress about the other wife? What is the stress about the man who has chosen to fulfill Allah's permission for him? In Islam, even limited polygyny is not prescribed. It is only permitted. So if somebody says, or it does not even tell you, but in order to protect his chastity, this is what he wants to do. Say, should you be a hindrance? Should you be an obstacle to make him worship his Lord? And there are so many sisters out there who need to be married. For some of them, the shame of the society that is highly misplaced, they find it difficult to say the man I want to marry as married. I beg you, practice Islam. Let's change our attitude. The opinion of the only one who matters is the opinion of Allah. You came alone, you will go alone. Nothing adds up to anything. The way you came is the way you will go. People gather like this on the naming ceremony. You don't know them. You gather like this on the day of your burial, you will not know them. You took your bath this morning, but on the day of your naming ceremony, somebody washed your body. On the day you die, someone will still wash it. I'm just trying to find out what really adds up to anything in this world anyway. You put on your clothes this morning by yourself, but the day you arrive, somebody else did it for you. And the day you will go, someone else will still do it for you. Your wife, your mother wanted to tie her wrapper. She said, help me to carry my baby on the day of judgment. I mean, on the day of the naming ceremony. On the day of our death, it will be help us to carry him. It's the same thing. I am called Honorable Yahweh. We go to Lagos. They are from dust. And humility should be our watchword. Can I stand in front of Allah's decree? When Allah says He wants a thing, should I have an opinion? Shouldn't I be the flag bearer, the standard bearer of what my Lord wants? Who knew that I was nothing? And I'm still going to be nothing. I'm only transiting from one state of nothingness to another state of nothingness. Let's make the life, the world, livable. Muslims are the best community for mankind. Instead of us to invite people to this way, others are inviting us to the way of Shaitan. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
An-Nur Masjid, located in Abuja, Nigeria, the heart of the most populous country in Africa, is a center of excellence promoting unity, education, and empowerment. The current inner capacity of 1,000 worshippers is grossly inadequate, and an expansion program to 10,000 is now being embarked upon. This is an opportunity to earn bountiful reward from Allah by partnering with us to expand the Masjid. The project is estimated to cost $7 million, and we call on you to donate generously through the following project account.
أيها الذين آمنوا لا تلهكم أموالكم ولا أولادكم عن ذكر الله ومن يفعل ذلك فأولئك هم الخاسرون وأنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي أحدكم الموت فيقول رب لولا أخرتني إلى أجل قريب فأصدق وأكن من الصالحين